One of my favorite things about historical fiction is also one of my least favorite things about it. Historical fiction is such a misunderstood genre, and I don't think I appreciated this fully until I became an author myself and published a book set in 1989 Romania. You've probably heard about The Art of Making a Forgotten Cup of Tea if you've been scrolling on TikTok or seeing some of my videos, because I've been making a lot of content about this recently. But if you haven't heard about it, it's basically just a historical fiction novel set in 1989 Romania. It explores the final days of the communist regime in Romania, and we're also adapting it into a feature film. One of the most common things that I hear as a historical fiction author is you didn't live this time period. Or a lot of times, how would you know about what happened because you just didn't live through it, so just different versions of the same thing. Which honestly makes me feel really, really, really bad for historical fiction as a genre. Now, I'm usually against using this Google AI feature thing because it's not really accurate, but rare occasion where I actually agree with it. If you look at the key characteristics of historical fiction, it takes place in a specific recognizable past time, often at least 50 years before the author's birth. Now, the 1989 Romanian Revolution was about 15 years before I was born, which means that I was still old enough to kind of feel the effects of what happened after the communist regime fell. And if you look up this definition, which again is one Google search away, you can see that it blends real historical time periods. In the case of my book, this would be the Romanian Revolution of 1989, December 1989, that's the current setting, with imaginary characters and plots from real historical settings and events. So all the characters in my books are obviously fictional. They're inspired by real people, real events, real things that people told me and I've read about and I've researched, because at the end of the day, an author can't just get up and write a book about something without doing their research, otherwise that wouldn't really be helpful for their career. So anyone that's, wants to have a successful writing career would obviously research this a little bit before writing it. So telling a historical fiction author that living through a time period makes you superior was really not the flex that you thought it was.